Welcome back to the Stretford End, everybody. Manchester United won, Leicester City won. Abysmal, poor. I'm disappointed. I never honestly expected the team to come back after having a 2 week break. Those that went to go play internationals done what they did, but those that were training at the ground, you seem to have thought that they maybe perhaps would have come out against Leicester yesterday to do the job, but sadly that never happened. Seems a lot like we don't care. And I say we because I always put myself, part of the team. I always, I've always been the supporter that feels as if he's playing with the team on the pitch. But these players don't care. They have long decided that they are done with the club. Yesterday's game was literally just a sum up of our entire season. No urgency, no ideas, no tactics, players looking confused, everybody playing for themselves. It's definitely not a team. Nobody's leading. Maguire as captain doesn't lead from the back, let alone lead the team. There just wasn't anything yesterday for us. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What, the only two shots we had besides Fred's goal was Bruno. And there was one shot in each half. Leicester outplayed us yet again. We lost another midfield battle. We played at home at Old Trafford, but yet they still outplayed us. And to be honest, I expected it. I said in the preview that Leicester City will play the ball and hold position. And that is what they did. Our false nine tactics that Ragnick wanted to use just doesn't work. We don't have the players to play that type of tactic. We don't have the players to play with that particular mentality. You need players to run behind the defense when playing a false nine. But how can you play a false nine with two midfielders that both want to be on the ball in Bruno and Pogba? No one wanting to run beyond. Sancho didn't run beyond. Elanga didn't run beyond. When Rashford came on, he seemed to run in behind the defense, but it was once. They didn't continually play the ball to him. I wanted Rashford to start, but when he came on, he done absolutely nothing. He had a moment late in the game, which probably would have been his moment if it was not for Elanga, who was greedy himself and kind of got in the way of Rashford, thus allowing it to be called offside. Maybe if he wasn't there and if he moved out of the way, Rashford could have either shoot or it would have been a penalty. But that just sums up everything with our season. Everybody wants to be a hero. No teamwork, no team effort. We were abysmal. Poor performances all around, except maybe De Gea, Varane to a certain extent. I'm just disappointed, really. I'm just really disappointed by the team's performance. I never expected them to play that badly. Most of these players, such as Bruno, Maguire, Rashford, etc., they were all given heavy criticism before this game. You would have expected them to come out with a purpose, a point to prove, showing the fans, showing the club that they actually do care. But nothing. I think we got lucky. We deserved to lose the game. That's for sure. I felt it coming. Leicester deserved the opening goal. We were on the counter attack. Bruno loses the ball because of indecision, and Pogba doesn't get out to his man early enough. and the ball gets played to Madison, crosses it in, and Ian Nacho puts it in with the head. The gear saves it, but not enough. It still goes in. They deserve that goal. They were and have been the better team until that moment. And even after that, we didn't seem like we actually reacted immediately. But we got a goal. Good pressing, allowed the ball to be played to Fred. Fred played it to Bruno. Bruno turns, shoots. Casper saves the ball straight into Fred's pathway and he taps it in. 1-1. We thought then that would have been the moment for us to go on to win the game. But a whole 20 minutes of nothing. No running, no closing down, no urgency to attack when we had the ball. Slow play between each other at the back, negative football. These players' mentalities are gone. You should probably just end the season, call it a day and reset when their holidays are over. But some of these players don't even deserve holidays, in my opinion. They need to end the season and then go and work. But it all depends on what coach comes in. It's difficult because Ragnick doesn't know exactly what's going to happen to him in the future. I mean, it's said that he's got a 2-year consultancy role with the club, but Fletcher's the technical director. I mean, what power is he going to have if he doesn't have any power now? He was supposed to get a midfielder and a striker in January, especially after Greenwood's situation and Martial leaving. Nothing. We could have gotten Julian Alvarez from River Plate for 17 million. City bought him. We could have gotten, I can't get to his name now. Boubacar Kamara was available, and the other defensive midfielder that went to Juventus, we could have gotten him. I just cannot get to his name right now. But we will be deserving of Europa League. If we even qualify for the Europa League, to be honest. We're still in a very, very precarious position on the log. We didn't capitalize yesterday, dropping points yet again. It seemed like we were the away team the way we played. I mean, from back to front, the gear had, again, an excellent world-class game. Basically saved us plenty of times. Probably man of the match, in my opinion. I don't think anyone else performed better than him, because if it wasn't for the saves that he made, we would have lost the game. Luke Shaw just pisses me off. Scores for England, plays well, and then comes to the United team and plays not even a half, and he gets taken off because of an injury. Crap. I think he's just also done with the team. I think he's focused on the World Cup and he's trying to save himself for England. That's purely what I think it is. I'm being 100% honest. I don't think Luke Shaw actually gives a damn about the club, at least for this season. It all depends on what manager comes in and what the new manager thinks about him, but I don't think he cares about the club right now. I think his focus is fully on the World Cup and saving himself for that. So the less games he can play for us, the fitter he will be for England, and I think that is what his main focus is. Delo, decent game, did well in his one-on-ones. Going forward, he did well, crossing the ball, but who was he crossing? We had no focal point, no central striker. And that was probably where we failed, not having that target up front to worry Leicester, to worry their centre-backs. None of our players worried the centre-backs or the defenders for that matter. Maguire, I didn't want him to start, but he had a decent game. But again, decent is not good enough. We still conceded. We could have defended better for their goal. Maguire is not good enough. Gary Neville said something which really was funny. He said that he believes that Maguire will still be a player for Manchester United. He's 29. When will he be this player? We bought him supposedly in his prime, and he hasn't performed to the level that he's supposed to. You're saying, I'm talking about Gary Neville now still, you're saying that when the new manager comes in, he will want to have Harry Maguire in his team. Where are you getting this nonsense? I understand you are English and he's English, but to protect him to that extent, saying that the new manager will want to have Maguire in his team, when you know for a fact he's not good enough. You that played for Manchester United, you that played alongside the likes of Jaap Stam, Vidic, Ferdinand, Bruce, Maguire is nowhere near them. And I'm not comparing anyone to players of the old days, but those were defenders. I can even go as far as comparing him to John Stones, who's a better defender than him, and he plays for City. Hell, I'd even take Connor Cody from Wolves, also an English defender. Maguire is not good enough, and Gary Neville saying that the new manager will definitely want him is absolute crap. I don't want to see Maguire starting for us next season. He can be in the squad. That's fine. I don't think we'll be able to sell him. But starting, no. He shouldn't be our captain at all come the new season. Varane, an okay game. Done his job as far as he could. Definitely a foul on him. I had someone tell me that Varane slipped for Maddison's second goal. So, looking at the replay, he really slipped. It's clear that Iheanacho kicked him, and that's a foul, definitely. Moving along, Fred, an okay game once again. Not much to be said about him. He scored the goal and he was industrious as always. You know, to some people he might be the man of the match. To me, it was David de Gea. Bruno, again, didn't do anything in the final third. Lots of passes, but not that key final pass that we need. Not finishing when he had the opportunities. 2 shots, both able to score from them. In my opinion, he should have scored from both. Doesn't tame shots at best, making it easy for Kasper Schmeichel, even though the second shot led to Fred's goal. Pogba is gone. His mentality is not here. Clearly, yesterday he was just running around, rightly taken off, didn't do anything, jogging everywhere, completely showing a lack of urgency and a lack of determination. And yeah, I think Pogba just couldn't care less right now. I think he just wants the season to end so that his contract can end and he's gone. He should, in my opinion, he shouldn't even be playing. He's just bad. Sancho, he could have done better in his one-on-ones, but didn't do it enough. Elanga was nowhere to be seen. Elanga also basically was lost all game, not knowing where to be or not making runs. And of course, we know that when Rashford came on, he didn't do anything. Nothing. Didn't help himself in the position that he's currently in within the squad. And with the criticism that he's getting, sorry, I feel really low as a Manchester United supporter. And I'm not even angry. I wasn't even upset at the result. Just disappointed that these players, even to this day, you thought that they would come and, run riot against Leicester and go at them and attack them and try and win the game. But they couldn't care less. But you know what? Maybe we should get Europa League. Maybe we should not qualify for the Champions League so that these players who won Champions League and these big-headed players, they can just leave. They can look for moves elsewhere and just leave. Up to 11 players can leave at the end of the season. Pogba, Cavani, Bailly, Jones, Henderson, Martial, Lingard. Rashford could potentially leave. Ronaldo could potentially leave. I don't think he's going to play Europa League with us, honestly. We don't qualify for the Champions League, this man's gone. That's a definite. I don't think he's going to stick around to play Europa League. It was abysmal, disappointing, poor performances. And the fixtures will be a bit easier, but we're playing Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal still. The way it seems right now, we probably are going to get destroyed by those teams because they are better footballing teams than us with better tactics and with better mentalities in their players. We have to do better. Thank you guys for joining me. That was your post-match reaction to the game against Leicester City, where we drew 1-1. Continue to follow us here on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I know that we can do it. We love your support and we are much appreciative of it. Follow also us in our various socials. Links are in the description below. And of course, me, your host, Sashin Johnson, feeling low and down, but always believing, glory, glory, Man United. That is it from me. Till we speak again soon. Bye-bye.